What is up everyone? So some of you may know, some of you may not know to what I actually do full-time as a career. Is it creating YouTube videos? Well, there are two sides to what I do. First being a freelance videographer where I create marketing videos for brands as a cameraman, producer and an editor, not so much of being in front of the camera. And secondly, of course, is on this YouTube channel where I put out content, stories that I'm really passionate to share, and just a platform for me to express myself and talk to you guys. So on this video, I'm going to share with you more insights on how I feel and what are my experiences like being a freelance videographer and an online content creator. So let's go for it. Alright, so let's get to the financial side of things first. And basically what pays the bills for me currently is mostly from my freelance job as a videographer, because I guess that's where my skill sets are really needed as compared to being like an influencer or content creator on YouTube and Instagram. My social media numbers are not that high. I would say I'm kind of in the middle of a transition. I do want to eventually be a full-time creator because this platform is where I'm really truly passionate about. While I've been occasionally getting, a few projects on YouTube, it's still not enough to pay the bills. So I would say most of my income comes from being a freelance videographer. However, being a freelancer also means that there's no fixed amount of income from myself. So a lot of people will find this factor to be very off-putting or it's just too risky, but you just gotta learn to accept this variable, and it's what makes it exciting, right? In my experience, I would say yes, my freelance income so far in the whole big picture, I'm happy with it that I can also use the funds to fund passion projects that I'm really passionate in creating. I'm really thankful, although there are months that I literally have zero income. Yeah, it can be quite stressful at times when, months just don't look good financially, but I'm always thankful that usually there will be the good months that would help cover the months that have zero income or just drier months. And so if you're starting out when you have no jobs, that's where it's really scary. And what I did in the beginning is I was teaching part-time at a music school, so that was like my cushion for really dry months because the opportunities and jobs are relatively low. You're still trying to build your portfolio, and the only way to cushion it is to have a part-time job. And I'll be frank with you, at the beginning I was just earning a couple of hundreds, less than 1,000 a month. Yeah, it definitely is a struggle, but I would say it's possible to live below 1,000 per month if you do so minimally and not spend on things that you don't need. It's just that you really have to know how to spend your money wisely. Okay, so the next thing to know about me is that I'm a one-man show. So basically that means that I do everything from accounting, finance, to answering emails, personal branding and marketing, to creating the actual videos, producing, editing, everything. It can sometimes be a bit overwhelming. For me, the most time-consuming and the most draining aspect out of everything, out of all of these things, is the editing part. Editing takes up so much of me, so much of my brain juices, and it requires 100% focus, and it can get really overwhelming, especially when I have to maintain the weekly YouTube uploads, which I'm really struggling a lot, and also meet the client deadlines. Yeah, it's almost week after week, deadlines after deadlines, and it can get quite stressful. And I remember some few months ago, last October, I spent an entire month just editing, and I had about like 10 to 12 videos on my to-do list to edit, and that was just overwhelming. And I remember, because I'm a one-man show that works from home, I don't have any colleagues to talk to, I don't have a boss to talk to, I'm just basically on my own. And for that entire month, I didn't go out that much. It was really a lot of time spent in the editing room, just churning out edits, 3 to 4 videos a week. And I would say that it kind of got a bit mental to get through that month. And this is part of the job as a freelance videographer or content creator, is that most of the time you will be alone. That is the truth. But I guess the positive to being a one-man show is that things sometimes can get a bit faster. You don't have to go through layers of approvals, and of course being a one-man show, you get to take all of the cash. And on to the more positive side of being a freelance videographer and online content creator, and that is flexibility. I am really thankful to be able to have a freelance job like this that allows me so much flexibility because again, I'm a one-man show, I'm my own boss. I can schedule everything according to what I need. If I need to focus on my YouTube videos, I can just put aside all of my freelance work and just 100% focus on what I need to do on YouTube, which is eventually what I want to be, a full-time creator. If I need to travel to create content, or if I just need to take a break, I can do so. I can make plans without again having someone to approve of my leave. This kind of flexibility is just invaluable to what I need to do. Also, because I work from home, I save a lot of time and cost on transport. Basically, in the morning, I wake up, have my breakfast, watch a bit of YouTube videos, go some coder, and then I can get straight to work if I have no shoots or nothing on for the day. So that really saves up a lot of money and a lot of time. I also don't need to think of what I need to wear to work every day because most probably if I'm editing at home and have no plans, I'll just work in my PJs. Alright, it's a wrap. So I guess that's the dream, right? To work in your PJs, but it comes at a cost, which is to be lonely. And of course, we have to talk about working hours. Basically, as a freelancer, you get to work anytime you want. If you want to work 2 hours a day or 20 hours a day, okay, that's a bit long. Or if you want to start work at 10 AM, 12 PM, 9 AM, it is up to you. But the negative side to this is that more often than so, you will be working more than an average 9 to 5 job. And because I work from home, anytime that I am home will be spent mostly on work. There's always an edit to put out. There's always an idea that I need to think of. There's always work to be done. And sometimes the line between work and play or off days, rest days gets really grayed out. I guess when it comes to having your passion as your job, it is very easy to let it take over your life. You'll be thinking about it 24/7, thinking about how you can improve yourself, how to take it to the next level with the next big thing. The important thing is to not let it affect your relationships, your personal health, mental health. It's very important to draw that line and allow some space for yourself to repair, recover. And for me, exercise allows me that space to really clear my mind, rejuvenate and repair and come back stronger at it. And of course, a good night's sleep is always helpful. Alright, when it comes to medical benefits, as a freelancer and a content creator, basically we have zero. None. When I fall ill, no one's going to pay for my medical bills, and I also cannot afford to fall sick often. Yeah, once I fall ill, I will lose out on jobs because this is a very service-oriented job. Like, I have to be present and physically well to shoot or perform a job, and if I'm not able to do that, it's going to be costing me jobs, it's going to be opportunity cost, and that's why it's important for me to take care of myself, to make sure I eat well and rest well whenever possible, so that, you know, in the long run, I can sustain this business. One thing to know about this job is that no one will give you any directions on what to do, how to do it. There's no system in place, and you have to be really self-driven. Set your own goals, short-term goals, daily goals, long-term goals. No one will set that for you, and you will be alone, and this is kind of how it is doing freelance work on your own. So the last point that I want to talk about is creative control. And as a freelance videographer, more often than so, you are serving the client's needs and platforms. So it's a bit more restrictive. At the end of the day, the client has the final say, even though you can put in your creative inputs and suggestions. And usually clients are a bit more picky when it comes to their videos. The changes can list from a few to a whole damn long list of changes, and it can be really bad. It's tough, it's really challenging. Whereas as compared to creating content on my own social platforms, I have 100% creative control over the content that I do. So that's why I love it so much. And even when I work with brands, they kind of have an understanding that it's for my platforms, using my style of storytelling. Clients tend to be less picky, and the number of changes as compared to freelance work is a lot less, and that's what I love about doing content on YouTube. Alright, so that is all for today's video. I hope you got an insight on what I do as a full-time career and just being a freelance videographer. If you have any questions about this thing or any any other questions, leave them down in the comment section, and shout out to all you freelancers out there killing it. Don't forget to subscribe and join in the ride for more videos like this, and I will see you again in the next one. Take care everybody, bye!
君の実力は伸びる